The world is an interesting place. It's impossible for anything in the world to truly stay the same. Things are always changing, whether you like it or not. The most distinct change, though, can be seen just right outside your window. Our world is starting to die rapidly. Most alarming is the death that's beginning to be seen in our biodiversity. Biodiversity is biological diversity, and it refers to the variety and variability of life on Earth. Biodiversity sums up everything that we see when we go walking in the park or when we take a drive through a scenic area in nature. There are 3 types of biological diversity: genetic diversity, species diversity, and ecosystem diversity. Genetic diversity is the individual genetic variation within a population, and also between populations of one particular species. It accounts for the difference in genes and among individuals and species. This can explain the different facial features in humans, why there are different breeds of dogs and cats, and so on. Species diversity is a number of species within a particular ecosystem, or throughout the whole biosphere or living world. It can be defined as the number of species and abundance of each species that live in a particular location.
Ecosystem diversity is how much diversity of different ecosystems exist across a certain region. It sums up varieties of ecosystems within an area, but it doesn't cover the diversity of species within an ecosystem. For example, an area with 4 different ecosystems have greater ecosystem diversity than the same size area with only 2 ecosystems. But what does biodiversity have to do with climate change? And why is it dying? Biodiversity and climate change are interconnected. Biodiversity is affected by climate change and vice versa. By paying attention to one, it can explain the effects seen in the other. Biodiversity is all around the world. Though we may not notice it, it's always around us, and always providing the foundation for planet Earth. However, now the world as we know it is beginning to erode and crumble away. We have entered a time of which we are experiencing rapid acceleration of species extinction, facing irreversible loss of plant and animal species.
The recent losses that can be seen in biodiversity are tremendous, and there's a chance that we will never be able to recover from these losses. Not only have animals like the West African black rhinoceros and the blue macaw parrot gone extinct, but we have also lost significant amounts of the Arctic ice. The most shocking loss that has been witnessed is in our coral reefs, as they have become the most vulnerable marine ecosystem with little chance at adaptation. The coral reefs are among the world's most diverse ecosystems, yet they have already experienced about 20% of damage that is beyond recovery. What could have been the reason behind these drastic changes on Earth? We are. Climate change is normal, but the level of intensity and destruction that it has caused has been because of us. Our methods of living aren't sustainable, and they're hurtful to the environment. Whether that be in our twisted ideas of athleticism that can be seen in animal hunting, or the selfless actions we do in our daily lives that aren't safe for others. So what does that leave to us? It's time to get informed. It's time to understand. It's time for us to actively do something about the changes that we've been seeing in our planet and to enact change for the better. Sometimes we go through our daily lives too busy with our own personal battles that we forget to notice the small changes in our planet. But these changes have become so big that it's too hard to ignore it. This is our planet, it's our future, it's our duty to do something because we are the ones who have caused this. It's time to take responsibility.